Have a look at this website. This is the website of Runnable Academy. Basically, a learning management system where you can host all your courses, all your lectures in a gamified form. And if you explore this website, you'll see multiple modules. In each module, you'll see multiple lectures. And opening the lecture, you can access the video, the quiz, the summary of the lecture, the class notes, and easily can go to the next video. Between both of these, you'll see certain minimal animations. You can also see the league page, the profile page, and everything that's needed to make a learning management system a little more engaging, a little more gamified. Now, this website has all the elements which a professional website should have. But the good part is this is 100% AI generated, and that too within a few hours. So no need of designer, no need of developer, everything from UI, images, animations to the complete working website, that too hosted as a site which anyone can access, built using AI. And today we'll be learning exactly this. But before you consider this as just a prompting game, let me tell you, prompting is just one of the 8 steps which are needed to make this 100% working website. So if you have an idea or a business and was waiting for the perfect time to bring it online, then this masterclass is for you. Now, some of you might wonder that you have tried making websites earlier, giving reference images, giving detailed prompts, but still your websites look like they are AI generated. And that's exactly what happens. And even I faced a similar problem while making this website. But while researching for the solution, I got to know the exact industrial process which professionals, that is a team of designers and developers, use to make a 100% working website. Now, as a part of that process, our step 1 is not prompting but ideation. Because if you directly prompt AI to build website, it will give very generic results which looks like AI slop. And I can guarantee many of you might have faced this problem earlier, and therefore start with an idea. In our case, when we were thinking of Runnable Academy, we thought of it as a platform which resembles Run, something related to run, like marathon, like a race. And hence we thought about the UI story, which basically means how our users should feel while navigating through the website. And once we were logged with the idea or the theme of marathon, we can move to the step 1. Now, the step 1 is prompting not to make website but to make UI images. And this is the part that can save a lot of time and a lot of credits for you. So we'll just go to the ask mode, select any of the best models available there, and feed our idea in the prompt and ask Runnable to give us a very detailed prompt to generate UI images of all of our websites. You can also share the features if you have some in mind. Like in our case, we wanted a leaderboard kind of thing. So we added that feature and asked for a detailed prompt. Once you get a prompt, then you can just go to the image gen feature and ask it for UI image generation. Okay, so meanwhile Runnable is generating images, let me tell you about the canvas. So Runnable generates images inside a canvas, that too all in parallel, and it saves a lot of time. And once they are generated, you can edit them then and there. Okay, so here's what Runnable has delivered for our very first UI images. Okay, so the idea looks good, but still the website isn't interesting enough how I thought. Here's a pro tip which I'm thinking of implementing. I want this website to be vibrant enough, so I'll add some colors, some textures with the reference prompt, and go to the ask mode for regenerating the prompt considering these changes. Now, trying it again, we got a result, and this one looks pretty good, but still it needs certain improvements. After a few iterations, here's what we finally have. Let's lock in these UI images, and before we download them, let's also ask Runnable to generate assets. So assets are nothing but common icons and images which will be used across your website to maintain the consistency. And with this, we'll also generate certain thumbnails or whatever needed as placeholders when our videos are not present, or the thumbnails of our course modules. Now, once everything is generated, just ensure that everything maintains a similar vibe. And when you are finalized with all the assets, just download all of them all together as a zip file. Okay, so by now what we have is the complete UI story, all the UI images with assets. And now we are finally ready to execute the generation of our website. And we'll take all the images, drop into the ask mode chat, and ask for a very detailed prompt based on these UI images for generating a website, and it should be 100% functional, of course, and also implement the login, Google Auth, and everything. Now, till this step, what we have is the complete UI story, all the UI images with all the assets, and now we are all set for the website generation. So we'll just copy the final prompt from the asked mode, go to the website generation feature, paste all the assets and the prompt, and turn on the plan mode. The plan mode in website generation helps you to get to know what Runnable is about to generate before it actually spends credits and time to generate it. And after selecting plan mode, just click on run and wait while Runnable makes a plan. Okay, so here's the plan. Just skim through it, and if it sounds good, then just approve it or ask for an edit. We'll approve the plan and wait for the website generation. So we have our very first generation of the website ready. Okay, I won't lie, this doesn't at all looks like how we expected in the UI. Although it is clean, but it is not giving the vibe which we wanted. Let's also check the functionalities. The functionalities and all are although working, but yes, there are still minor issues, like if we click on the logo, then it doesn't take us to the home page. The tracks and all are fine, but I still feel this could be better, get a better finishing touch. The library doesn't at all look good. The assets are also not very well utilized at all the places. And overall, I would say the draft one looks 5 on 10. So let's just enhance it. And here's a pro tip for this specific step. So image to website is a very common problem for all the website making tools because they somewhere hallucinate doing this and cannot precisely convert image to website. So for this, what I did is I separately made a skill called Pixel Perfect Website. And this is very easy to make. Just go to the skills tab, click on create a skill, and just tell Runnable your problem and ask it to make a skill that can make websites from images with very high precision. Just add it to the skills. For this specific case, I'll share the prompt which I used to make this skill in the class notes below, and you can just copy it and paste it here. So once you have the skill, just go back to the chat. To use the skill, just press slash and type the name of the skill. And then enter your prompt for all the corrections you need and attach the images again. Also, for the home page, I need something like a running man on the screen. So it'll give more active feeling. And I don't want it to be image but a video. So we'll generate an image having the same vibe and then convert it into a video. And once we have this, we'll ask Runnable to update the website. Okay, so here we have the final result. I've also added some minimal animations of the same running man across the pages, and it looks pretty smooth. And our thumbnail images, our overall features, and the website looks pretty fine. Also here, I have uploaded my own logo of Runnable Academy and asked Runnable to add it. Honestly, now the website looks pretty good and ready to publish. But one more thing here. So for adding the video, one option was to manually upload all the videos. But since Runnable has the Google Drive connector, I basically shared my Google Drive folder by just pasting the link in the chat, and Runnable use the videos from the drive. All you need to do is just go to the plugins option and search for Google Drive and connect your Google Drive with Runnable. Once it is connected, just go back to the chat and add the link of your folder and ask Runnable to use videos as per the nomenclature of the course and as per the nomenclature in the video, matching both of them. And Runnable has successfully linked all the videos. And finally, our website looks pretty professional and clean, which was how I needed. Everything's working, the video is playing, we can see the class notes, summary, XPs, the light and dark mode is also working. And overall, finally, we have it ready for publish. For publishing, just click on the publish button and you can add any of your custom subdomain, or in case if you have your own domain, then you can add the domain by just following the simple steps here, and it's done. And now this could be accessed by anyone with the link. More what we'll do is we'll check for responsiveness, so it'll work across all the devices. We'll check for all the clickables, and if there's a bug or anything which is not working or any change we need, we'll just ask Runnable to do it for us. Also, for this specific website, I'll make a separate admin page from where I can see all the user activities, which videos are most engaging for the users, how they are interacting with the quizzes. For this website, I'll ask Runnable to add a help section where users can submit their queries and I as an admin can access and see them. And I think this draft is very good to launch publicly. And looking at the user behavior from the admin page, I can make the further changes and publish it again. So yeah, this is how easy it was to make websites using Runnable. And before ending this, let me recall all the steps. We started with the idea where we decided the theme of the website. Then we went on generating prompt for getting UI images. And with the prompt, we generated all the UI images, selecting the most preferred image and model. And once we had the images, we asked for a website generation prompt. And with all the images, assets, and the website generation prompt, we went to the website creation feature and made our first draft. And since image to website isn't very accurate with AI, we made a separate skill from the skill tab for getting pixel perfect website. And once we had our second draft, which looked pretty good, we looked at all the minor changes, all the animations and videos needed, and more assets needed, and generated back in the UI tab. And also we added our own logo by connecting our Google Drive from the plugins tab and let Runnable access the videos from the folder you shared with it. And once we found that website is now useful enough, we simply published it by clicking the publish button and selecting a custom subdomain or by adding a domain if you have one. And further, we can edit or update it in the same chat. Hope this helped. See you in the next one.